Hello friends, this is tutorial number 37 in these Turbo Pascal programming language tutorials. Okay, in this tutorial we will again looking for a minimum number, but it will be more complex. We will have our four variables. Okay, and let's start. First we will need a variables. Okay. Variables will be x, y, z, and w, and also we will need three more variables. We will have minimum, just a second, minimum 1 and minimum 2 and a minimum. The number that we are looking for. Okay, they all will be an integer. Okay, and we need a procedure. Procedure will be a minimum number. Okay, and what will have minimum number? It will be the same, completely the same as in the previous tutorial. It will have a and b, which will be an integer, semicolon, and it will have a third variable that will be returned. Of course you can give this variable the name what you want. Because I call it returned. Or you can call it third variable, whatever name you want. This is not a command, this is only the name of the variable, and you can call it you can give her a name, whatever you want. Okay, and it will be an integer. Okay, and let's create begin and end of the procedure, and we need the begin and end of the application, and of course I will type read line semicolon. Okay, and now let's define our procedure. Okay, and we simply will define the same way, absolutely the same way. Okay, if a is lesser than b, then okay, we need a begin and end, because this is a control statement. Okay, we need a tab, and what we will write, we will if this condition is true, returned will be equals to a. And let's create else statement. Else statement also will have begin and end, and we will simply if condition is not true, else condition will be just returned will be equals to b. Okay, that should be fine. Okay, we define our third variable, and now what we can do, let's try to write our application. Procedure is defined. Okay, write line. Okay, and we will type enter the numbers. Okay, it will be x, y, z, and w. Okay, and we will read line these numbers. Okay, this is our global variables that we will enter. Read line x, y, z, and w. Okay, and now of course we will write all those variables. Okay, and let's write the numbers entered Okay, and we okay, it will be, maybe it can be right, but okay, it will be right. It will be okay. Yes, it can be. We will use right line. We will write them all in one line, and it will be the numbers entered, and we will need our variables. Okay, first let's write x, and we need the comma as a text. We need y. Just a second. Okay, but okay, here is the comma as a text, and after that we will need a variable y. Okay, and now we need a comma as a text, and we need a z variable, and we need a comma as a text, and we need a variable w. Okay, maybe we will see later if we have some error here. Okay, with this text, and now we have our variables, and we will simply we need to call the procedure. But what will be the procedure? Okay, let's call procedure is a minimum number, but from what numbers we will use? Okay, okay, we have these two variables. Okay, we have defined these four variables, but minimum 1 and minimum 2 and minimum not defined. How we gonna do that? Okay, okay, first let's find the minimum number. Okay, we'll have variables x and y and minimum 1. Okay, and again we will call a procedure minimum number. Okay, and it will be okay, no, it will be z and w and minimum 2. Okay, I really hope that you understand. Okay, from variables x and y, minimum 1 will be less than these two numbers, and minimum number we will have again. We will calculate. We will have variables z and w, and the minimum of these two will be minimum 2. And the third one will be a minimum number. With this we defined minimum 1 and minimum 2. And now we will need a procedure of minimum 1 and minimum 2, and it will give us a minimum, the number that we are looking for. I really hope that you understand it. First, lesser number from x and y will be minimum 1, and a lesser number of z and w will be minimum 2, and a lesser number from minimum 1 and minimum 2 will be the minimum, and this is the number that we are looking for. Okay, and we will simply write line okay, because the minimum number or just minimum. Okay, the minimum number, okay, is, and we will write a minimum, and that should be fine. Now we will see only if we don't have any errors. Let's compile. Okay, we don't. Now let's try our application. Okay, let me see. Okay, read line and then are good. Let's run our application. Okay, enter numbers x, y, z and w. Okay, let's start. Okay, 2, x will be 2, 5, 9 and 15. Okay, as you can see, the numbers entered 2, 5, 9 and 15, and the minimum number is 2, which is great. And okay, let's continue. Let's run again. Okay, enter the numbers x, y, z and w. Okay, number 20, number 7, number 24 and number 25. Okay, the numbers entered. Okay, and the minimum number is 7, which is perfectly okay. Let's try, but first let's clear a little and let's run. Okay, enter the numbers x, y, z and w. Okay, 35, 45, 47 and 21. Okay, as you can see, the numbers entered 35, 45, okay, 47, 21, and the minimum number is 21. This works perfectly. Okay, and as you can see, it doesn't have so many lines of code. Okay, we simply define our procedure and we call this procedure a couple of times during our application to define the minimum number. But I really hope now that you understanding importance of procedure and how it will gonna be very important through the rest of our course of Turbo Pascal. Okay, and I'm pretty sure that you are understanding this. Okay, in next tutorial we will do once more with more variables. And I really hope that you like this video. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram. You have a link in the description. And I will see you in the next tutorial.